Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have a constant flow of money, while others barely make ends meet as they live solely off their salary? Would you like to know how you can change your financial situation and achieve economic freedom? Well, today we will analyze in detail the principles of Robert Kiyosaki's Money Flow Quadrant, a tool that will help us achieve this goal. This revolutionary model divides people into 4 categories: employees, self-employed, business owners, and investors. We'll discover how each quadrant affects your finances and how you can move from one to the next to maximize your income and achieve your financial goals. So get ready to discover strategies that will allow you to become aware of your current financial position and that could transform your life forever. For those who don't know him, Robert Kiyosaki is an American investor, businessman, and writer with Japanese roots. Kiyosaki has spent much of his life teaching people about the importance of financial education, that is, learning to manage money intelligently. Her goal is to help people achieve financial freedom, which is when you don't need to work to live because your investments generate enough money to cover your expenses. In his books and talks, Kiyosaki encourages us to change the way we think about money. Instead of just working to earn a salary, he suggests we look for ways to generate additional income and achieve greater independence. Once we have clarified who Robert Kiyosaki is and his teachings, let's decipher what exactly the book, Money Flow Quadrant, is about. The Money Flow Quadrant is a concept that classifies the different ways people make money into 4 main categories. As we mentioned before, these categories are E of employee, S of self-employed, B of business owner, and I of investor. Each of these quadrants represents a different way of generating income, and each has its own advantages and disadvantages. Kiyosaki notes that most people are in the E and S quadrants, but to achieve true financial freedom, it is essential to move towards the B and I quadrants. Let's analyze each of these quadrants in detail. The employee quadrant, E. It is the quadrant where most people are found, since here are those who work for others, whether in a factory or office. They have a normal job of 8 hours a day or more and receive a fixed salary every month. This way of making money has some advantages. First, it offers stable and predictable income, which gives a feeling of security because they know how much they are going to earn each month, thus making budget planning easier. In addition to salary, many jobs offer additional benefits that are quite valuable. For example, they may have access to health insurance that covers doctor visits and medications, a retirement pension plan, and paid vacation time, which means they can take time off without losing income. Some jobs also offer bonuses for good performance, discounts on company products or services, and other incentives that can improve your quality of life. For example, someone who works for a company could receive an annual bonus of thousands of dollars just for meeting its goals, in addition to its normal salary. Another positive aspect of being an employee is the lower financial risk. They don't have to worry about the operating costs of a business, such as office rent, employee salaries, or production costs. In other words, the objective is to do well the tasks that are requested and receive a salary. However, not everything is perfect within this quadrant, as there are some significant disadvantages. One of them, and perhaps the most important, is limited financial growth. Although there is the possibility of receiving salary increases or promotion, the ability to increase your income is limited by the company's policies and financial situation. In other words, employees often find themselves with a sort of salary ceiling, where raises are small and sporadic. For example, they could start out earning $2,000 a month, and although they could receive a raise to $2,200, this increase may be infrequent and depends solely on the mood of the boss or supervisor in charge. In other words, there is no direct relationship between effort and income, which is not a minor thing. But this is not all. The job stability of employees will always depend on the decisions of their employer. If the company faces financial difficulties, they could be laid off, leaving them without income overnight. Also, as employees, they have less control over their time. Most jobs have fixed hours, such as 9 to 5 and Monday to Friday. This may limit your flexibility to take time off or do other activities. For example, if they need to attend an important event during the week, they may have to ask for permission in advance and perhaps use their vacation days. According to Kiyosaki, people should strive not to become stuck in the E quadrant for life. Although being an employee offers some security and stability, it usually does not allow for true financial freedom. A notable case is that of Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple. He began his career as an employee at Atari, where he worked in video game development. Although he had a stable job, his vision and ambition drove him to found his own company, Apple. Jobs used his experience and skills to create a company that revolutionized technology and, in this way, managed to accumulate a fortune without having to lose freedom or be accountable to a boss. If you find today's content very useful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video. Let's continue. The self-employed quadrant, A. It refers to those people who work for themselves, that is, they do not have a boss. This category includes, for example, doctors, lawyers, independent accountants, and small business owners. A plus point is that there is greater control over the work. Self-employed people have the freedom to make decisions about their business and how they want to work. They don't have to answer to a boss and can set their own schedules. For example, a freelancer may decide to work from 10 to 4 instead of the traditional 9 to 5, or take a Wednesday off and work on Saturday instead. This flexibility is a great advantage for many. Another benefit is the potential for high income. The income of the self-employed can be directly proportional to the effort and skill they put into their work. If a consultant finds many clients and works hard, he can earn much more than a typical employee. That is, an independent lawyer who handles important cases could earn significantly more than a lawyer who works in a firm. However, being self-employed also has its disadvantages. One of the main ones is the instability of income. Unlike a fixed salary, freelancers can experience large fluctuations in their income. This means that one month they may have many clients and make a lot of money, and the next, they may have few or none. This can make financial planning complicated and stressful. There is also greater responsibility. Self-employed people are responsible for all facets of their business, from customer acquisition to accounting and marketing, which can be really stressful. Imagine being a consultant who not only has to work on client projects, but also find new clients, manage contracts, and make sure all invoices are paid on time. It can be exhausting. Another negative aspect is that they tend to have fewer additional benefits. Unlike employees who can receive health insurance, retirement plans, and paid vacations from their employer, self-employed people have to manage all of these financial needs on their own. This means they must pay for their own health insurance, save for retirement, and manage their own time off, which can be an additional burden. Therefore, being self-employed may offer some freedom and the possibility of high income, but it also comes with its own set of challenges and responsibilities. They have more control over what they do, but their income still depends on how long they work. The author tells us that they are owners of their jobs, but not of their time, since if they stop working, they will have no income. Then we have the business owner quadrant, D, which represents business owners, that is, those people who have developed a system that allows them to employ other people to work for them. Unlike the self-employed, the business owner does not have to be present all the time to generate income. Their business can operate independently of their daily presence, allowing them to earn money even when they are not actively working. We can see how the so-called passive income appears in this category, since business owners can earn a lot of money without having to be involved in every day-to-day detail. For example, if someone owns a restaurant chain, he does not need to be in each restaurant every day. Managers and employees take care of daily operations, while the owner benefits from the profits. It's as if their business is a machine that continues to work and make money even if they are not there all the time. All those millionaires who often appear on the cover of Forbes magazine, from Jeff Bezos to Elon Musk, fall into this category. Additionally, business owners have greater freedom and control over their time. They can delegate tasks and focus on business strategy and growth. This allows them to have more free time to dedicate themselves to other activities or new projects. In simple terms, we can say that these people are owners of their business and their time. And finally, we have the investor quadrant, I, which includes people who generate income through their investments. This can be stocks, mutual funds, bonds, real estate, and other money-producing assets. The big advantage here is that the income generated is completely passive. Instead of working for money, investors make their money work for them. A clear example of a successful investor is the legendary Warren Buffett. Through his company, Berkshire Hathaway, he has invested in a wide variety of industries and companies, generating enormous profits. His strategy is based on buying shares of solid companies and holding them for the long term, which has led to a sustained and significant growth in his wealth. This shows how the I quadrant can lead to financial freedom. Investors have the ability to generate income from existing assets. This means that it is not necessary to think of an idea, hire employees, and carry it out in the form of a business, but instead invest in something that has already been previously created. If someone invests in rental properties, he can earn money every month through the rentals. This way he does not have to set up a new business from scratch or be involved in the daily operations. Now, you may be wondering, what exactly does this book propose? The answer is quite simple. According to Robert Kiyosaki, the main idea is that people should change their financial situation by moving from the E and S quadrants to the B and I quadrants. That is, they stop being employees or self-employed and seek to become business owners or investors. Surrounding yourself with successful people and learning from them is another essential aspect. Connecting with people who have already achieved success can offer valuable perspective and motivation. These people can share their experiences, strategies, and knowledge, which can accelerate the growth and learning process itself. This can not only offer inspiration, but also access to contacts and opportunities that can be decisive in evolving financially. Taking calculated risks is also crucial. It is not about taking risks without thinking, but about researching and analyzing before making important decisions. Before committing resources, it is important to evaluate the market. Study the competition and consider how risk fits into long-term objectives. This approach helps minimize surprises and manage uncertainties more effectively. A clear example of this approach is Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. Blakely risked her personal savings on her business idea, but she did so only after thorough research and careful planning. Her initial product was a women's girdle, but before launching it, she studied the market and conducted tests to make sure there was real demand. This calculated and well-thought-out approach to risk-taking was critical to Spanx's success. In summary, Robert Kiyosaki proposes in his book that instead of working just to receive a salary or generate income on your own, the idea is to build passive income systems that do not require a constant presence. This allows for greater financial freedom and the possibility of generating income more effectively and sustainably over time. I encourage you to reflect on which quadrant you are currently in and what steps you can take to move towards the B or I quadrant. As we have mentioned, financial education and the right mindset are essential to achieve this. What is the biggest obstacle you face in changing quadrants, and how do you plan to overcome it? We'll read you in the comments. If you like today's content, remember to give it a like and subscribe to our channel to learn more about finances. See you next time.